But I'm gonna try out the Kylie one. I'm just gonna, oh, it's yellow. Welcome to my channel. Today we are getting into another Florence by Mills video, except this video is going to be comparing the Kylie skincare products with the Florence by Mills product. Now, I know they're not exactly the same, but with my first original unboxing of all of the Florence by Mills products, I had a lot of comments saying that it looked really similar and people were wondering if it was similar. So I have some notes and I just picked up the Kylie Skin. I have 4 products that were the closest to the Florence product, and I'm going to be comparing them by prices, texture, the way they feel on my face, and all of that good stuff. So first off, I want to run through all the products and their prices and kind of show you what they look like. So the first thing that I have here is the Kylie Skin Foaming Face Wash, and this is $24, and it looks just like this. Now, I just got this to compare face wash to face wash. These are pretty much entirely different. The Florence by Mills Clean Magic Face Wash, this one does not foam whatsoever, and this one has your typical little pump on it where it comes out as a foam. So we're gonna see if this one is drying at all or anything like that. I've strictly been only using Florence by Mills product for a whole month, and I will be getting that video up later this week on my month using Florence by Mills. But for now, we are comparing the two since they both came in stores in Ulta, I believe yesterday is when they both came in store. So if you were looking at both of these and you wanted to know which one would be better for your skin, then hopefully this video can help you out. Next thing is the highly controversial, however you say that word, Kylie Skin Walnut Face Scrub, and this is $22, and I'm comparing this to the Get That Grime Face Scrub from Florence by Mills. And if I forget any of the pricing, I'll have all the prices listed down below in a list, so it'll be a little bit more, you know, it makes more sense. But we're gonna be comparing these two face scrubs together because I believe this one has, I can't remember what it is, but this one has a seed powder in it, and this one is like walnuts. We'll see how, if my skin gets irritated at all. And then we have the Kylie Skin Face Moisturizer. This is $24, and it looks like that. And I'm comparing this to the Florence Dreamy Dew Moisturizer. And then lastly, we have the eye cream from Kylie Skin. This is a $20 eye cream, and it has a pretty similar packaging to Florence by Mills, but the one from Florence has a metal tip, and this one is most definitely plastic. So we're gonna be comparing and see which one feels better under the eyes. I have a lot of questions here, so let's get right on into this and see which one I like better. I'm gonna divide my face in half, and I'm gonna use Florence on one side and Kylie on the other side and feel my face before and after to see what's going on. So before I do that, I am going to show you guys a close-up of my skin. I have been picking at my face just a little bit because I have been traveling a lot, so I've been getting some blackheads, which means I've been picking at my face, which is not a good thing, but I do it anyway. My chin, I am pretty glowy right now. I haven't washed my face for my morning routine yet, so this is just how my skin looks right in the morning after I use my typical Florence by Mills product. And this little dot right here is not actually a breakout, it's a bug bite that's kind of healing that I thought was a breakout. Yeah, I know. So we're gonna get through that. So this is what my skin looks like, and I am filming with a new camera, so this is interesting to see if I notice a difference in the quality at all. All right, so I have a warm damp washcloth that I'm just gonna kind of dampen my face with to start with the face wash. And I don't have any makeup on right now because, like I said, this is my morning routine, but I'm just gonna dampen my skin. And my face does get pretty sensitive with touch and stuff, so that's why I get all red. It's not because the towel is like burning hot or anything. So I'm gonna start off with the Kylie Skin foam. Okay, so just a regular foam. Oh, it's pretty fragrant, to be completely honest. It doesn't smell very good, in my opinion. It smells like perfume. It doesn't really smell, I don't even know. It's like the Florence stuff, I'm so used to smelling like cucumbers and roses, and then I get like, I don't even know, like Bath and Body Works fragrance smell. What? So I'm trying to stick to only half of my face here. I'm just gonna get the same washcloth and wipe my hands off. All right, my hands are clean. Now I'm gonna use the, my other hand isn't clean. I'm gonna use the Clean Magic face wash. Now, this is more like a lotion, and then it doesn't foam up at all. So this is a very, very different feeling on your skin because, like, as you can see, the foam has died down pretty fast, but this feels more like you're lathering your face with like a lotion. And then I'm just gonna take a washcloth and wash off the Kylie side, all of my nose. And then now I'm gonna wash off the Florence side. I know this isn't like the normal thing to do, but just to film and see if I notice any differences. All right, so far, my skin feels a lot smoother on the Florence side. As you can see, my finger is having a little trouble kind of going over my skin. It's not sticky, but it's just a little, it's not as like smooth and silky. Like this side feels like I just put moisturizer on. I'm trying to be as unbiased as I possibly can, and then I'm just gonna take the washcloth again, dampen my face a little bit more, and then I'm gonna take the walnut scrub. Terrified of this thing. Oh, it definitely looks pretty chunky. Yup, that definitely looks pretty chunky. I don't really know how I feel about it yet. Okay, it's not as bad as it looks. It does feel more textured than the Florence one, but it's definitely not like as bad as I thought it was. I'm not gonna rub my skin too hard because I don't want to irritate it at all. This one smells a lot better. It smells way more natural. And then, by the way, I don't think Kylie is cruelty-free or vegan. I could be mistaken, but from the packaging, they don't have anything that Florence has with the PETA bunny and all of that stuff on the packaging. So I'm assuming they're not cruelty-free, but they could be. I'll update it in the description box. The one thing that I don't like about both of these scrubs, one of my favorite face scrubs is the one from Fresh, the strawberry exfoliating face wash. That one is my favorite, and I've definitely missed that one since I've been trying out the Florence stuff, because what I like about that is that you get the kind of grainy like scrubs to it. It dissolves when you add water, so it doesn't feel so grainy on your skin, like little sugar granules. And as you, the more water you add, the less exfoliating it is. The less water you add, the more exfoliating it is. So now we're gonna use the Get That Grime face scrub, which looks pretty much like a gel, and it's really hard to see the little exfoliating bits in it. This one is already so much smoother. I don't really know how to, the best way to explain this, but this one, it has like a gel consistency, with like little tiny, what is that called? The microdermabrasion beads. If you've ever used the microdermabrasion scrub, it kind of feels like that, but with a little bit more of like a gel mixed with the microdermabrasion bead. Well, this one is a lot more rough. Like you can see all the little grainy bits on my face from the walnut, and this one, it's so hard to tell where the little things are on my face. All right, and then both of these I'm assuming are going to be kind of hard to wash off because, like I said, I'm used to them dissolving on my face. So I'm going to try and take it off with this washcloth, but I'm probably going to end up doing a one wash of my face to make sure I got everything off. This one feels a lot smoother rinsing or like wiping it off. Like with this one, I could feel all the little grainy bits with wiping it with the washcloth. With this one, it doesn't feel like anything. All right, I'm gonna do a final little rinse of my face to make sure I got all the little grainy bits off, because I do feel it still on my face when I touch my face here. So I'm gonna go rinse off my face, and then we're gonna get into the moisturizers and the eye cream. All right, so I just rinsed my face off, and I gave myself a couple of minutes for my skin to just kind of calm down, because I naturally get redness in my skin. So I just wanted to like let my skin relax for a couple of minutes. But upon like feeling my face, they both feel pretty much the same. There isn't really a difference with like one is like noticeably more smooth, if that makes sense. But upon looking at it up close, there is a little bit of dry skin on the Kylie side. Oh my god, I can't speak again. Just a little bit, and then there was some on the tip of my nose. But other than that, they're pretty much the same. Nothing's really tight and dry and uncomfortable feeling, if that makes sense. This just has a little bit of a dry flaky going on over here. But now it's time to try out the moisturizers. So this is the Kylie moisturizer. All of these are so hard to take off the caps, but it comes in a little pump, and I'm just gonna pump it out on the back of my hand. Okay, it's a little bit different than what I thought it would be. Let me touch it. Okay, it's a lot thicker than what I was expecting it to be. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit more of like a clear jelly type moisturizer. Let me put this on. It does feel like your basic moisturizer. Honestly, it doesn't really feel that different to like any other moisturizer. It feels nice. It feels like it's hydrating. I kind of wish it wasn't this white color though, because I feel like it's a little bit hard to blend into my skin. And it is soaking in pretty fast, like this part of my forehead where I didn't put a lot of product on. So I'm just gonna wipe my hands off, and we're gonna do the Florence Dreamy Dew Moisturizer, which I have been obsessed with. It has a texture unlike anything else that I've tried, and if you've been watching all of my Florence videos, and you've probably heard me say that a lot, but it's pretty much a clear moisturizer. It doesn't have a lot of color in it, honestly, and it has this almost, I mean, the best way that I can describe it is that it feels almost like silk. Like it's not super creamy, but it leaves this like soft, silky look and feel to your skin. And I feel like this one kind of blurs my pores just a little bit more. All right, and then while these two are soaking into my skin, I'm gonna try out the eye cream. And in the beginning of the video, we found out that the eye creams are looking pretty similar with the shape of them. It's kind of interesting. But I'm gonna try out the Kylie one. I'm just gonna, oh, it's yellow. I didn't know it was yellow. I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. It's yellow. It added a little bit of a yellow tint to my hand. That's a little weird. Let me see. I'm just gonna squeeze out a little bit. I'm kind of do the same thing that I've been doing with the Florence one, just kind of patting it around. This is quite big. I can already tell this is a pretty big applicator. It's a little bit weird to use under your eyes, especially if you're not used to this. I mean, it could be that I just need to get used to it, but it's a little different. And I do feel like it did add a little bit of like a yellowish color to my under eyes. Do you guys see that? Do you feel like it added a little bit of like a yellowish color under my eyes? Or am I just going crazy? I don't know. It looks really strange. As far as like texture goes, I wish it was a little bit smoother. It's a little bit stickier to have this kind of applicator, in my opinion. Like with the Florence one, for example, I feel like this eye cream is very easy to move around, and it's kind of has a little bit more of a slip to it, and it's a bit smaller. So like even if you have smaller eyes than I do, I feel like it's a little bit better to get in like the cracks without it feeling really different. And because the Kylie one is plastic, it doesn't have that cooling effect that the Florence one has. So if you do have puffy eyes, the cooling effect is so nice. And while we're still close up, I'm gonna show you guys a close up of my skin with the moisturizers on. I mean, you can't really notice a ton of difference, but I do feel like my pores look a bit smaller with the Florence one. And the Florence one has a little bit more of a slip to it than the Kylie one. Same thing with the under eye. I feel like this under eye cream has already soaked into my skin. With the Florence one, I still feel it underneath my eyes, but in a good way. I don't know. I'm gonna let this sit on my skin for a little bit and see if I notice any other differences, and then I'll come back and do a final thoughts on what I think between Kylie and Florence. All right, I have had some time to let this sit in my skin and gather some final thoughts. One thing that I did want to point out is that I did go to Kylie Skin website, and I did see that it was listed that they were vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free, and a couple other things like dermatologist tested and everything. They are both vegan and cruelty-free. And then it was listed on their website that this face wash is lightly scented. I do not think that it's lightly scented at all. It is pretty scented, and then all of the other ones were listed as fragrance-free. And then as for the Florence stuff, it is all fragrance-free, but there is essential oils in some of the products, like lavender oil and stuff like that. So these are pretty different, but my skin does feel pretty good on both sides. I do feel a little bit oilier on this side of my nose than I do on this side, but it could be that my skin is just not used to the Kylie Skin skincare. But all in all, I really don't hate either of them. I would definitely suggest them for different people though, because both of these lines aren't like anything really directed to anybody, if that makes a lot of sense. Like, I'm pretty sure anybody could use this and it would just keep their skin balanced on with both of the brands. But the Kylie Skin does offer a little bit more active ingredients with the vitamins like C and E and the antioxidants, which is very common in the Florence stuff. So it does keep your skin balanced and help to moisturize your skin and to help your moisture barrier and all of that stuff. But honestly, I would probably recommend the Kylie skincare to a little bit of an older target audience. Like, I would say like 18 and up for like an everyday super easy skincare routine, and then add like your serums of your, let's say for example you're a little bit more dry, so maybe you'd use this toner, but they do have other products that's like vitamin C to help with dark spots and brightening your skin tone. So this line in all is pretty good, but something a little bit targeted to people that are starting to see a little bit more problems in their skin, like with dark spots, fine lines, anti-aging, all of that stuff. But with the Florence stuff, I do still think that this is a really good skincare line for younger audiences, like middle school, high school, which honestly, like all of the Florence products is really great if you have like really bad skin, if you're sensitive. I think these are all pretty gentle for your skin, and then you could use like a salicylic acid or maybe a dermatologist recommended serum along with just maintaining your skin's moisture balance with using these skincare products. So I do like them both. There isn't anything that I really hate. I do prefer a different scrub, but as far as the moisturizer, eye cream, and the face wash, I didn't find anything like weird with them, like that they were super drying or, you know, like all of that stuff. And then I do think the prices in both brands do kind of reflect the target audience that I kind of think each brand is going for. So like Kylie is a little bit younger than I am, so for me, I do like the ingredient list for these products a little bit more, because I do get dark spots and acne scars and dead skin, and I want to exfoliate a little bit more, while as with the Florence stuff, it doesn't have a lot of those like really tough active ingredients with their products. It's really more just balancing the skin out. So like for example, the face wash for Kylie is $24 and the face wash for Florence is $12. So it's like a $14 difference between the two products. But looking at it as like a teenager, like let's say 15, 16 years old, I would probably much rather prefer the Florence stuff. I probably wouldn't even know like what vitamin C and E would do for my skin at that age. And then also when I was younger, I was pretty oily, acne prone skin. So having this face wash that doesn't foam up, doesn't really strip my skin. And especially when you're younger, and if you do get acne, you try everything in the world to try and get rid of your acne, which ends up damaging your skin even more and making your skin more dry, producing more oils, and it just gets into a hot mess. So I do like the Florence skincare for its own thing and the Kylie skincare for its own thing. So that's my whole spew of things. Do I think they're kind of similar? In some ways they are a bit similar, but as a whole they're totally different brands, totally different products, totally different packaging, and that's pretty much my final thoughts. And then I'll try and fill in the description box of all of the prices, and then also link the brand website so you can do more research yourself, like if you have an allergy to something or anything like that. But I do hope this video kind of helped you out in seeing like what the products look like side by side to each other. And overall, I didn't see any differences in my skin. My skin feels like I've been doing my normal skincare routine. It doesn't feel any different whatsoever. So if you like this video, please give it a big ol' thumbs up. And if you want to watch more videos, I'll have my Florence by Mills lip gloss swatches over here. And if you want to watch a video suggested to you by YouTube, it'll be right over here. And then my face will be right here, and you click on it and subscribe to my channel.